If you've attended a Green Bay men's or women's basketball game over the past couple decades, it's almost a certainty that Pat Bertrand, perhaps the most loyal of all Phoenix fans, was there as well.
Well, ever since I've been named head coach here at Green Bay, Pat's been one of the most, if not the most consistent and committed fan we have.
Pat's definitely one of our biggest fans, though. I mean, everyone sees him at all of our games, and he's just a big support to us, always there for us.
I've been part of Green Bay Athletics since I was freshman in college, and I always remember a time when Patrick was around. I've been here as a staff member the last 8 years, and Patrick has been at every basketball game, every volleyball game, one of the most committed people we have in the community for our program.
Bertrand goes to great lengths to make sure he's at every game cheering on the Phoenix, something that at times can be both challenging and time-consuming.
Patrick's time commitment and time management skills to get to games is unbelievable. He has to rely on the paratransit system, and there's a lot of time waiting in the paratransit system to get to and from where you're going. And the occasions that the games go later than the paratransit system runs, Patrick spends his own money to get a cab back home. He spends $40 every trip.
I think that's what's so special about him. He takes the time, the work to get to games, no matter what the weather conditions are or where the game is, what time the game is at. You see him at every game with a smile. And I talk to our players a lot about sacrificing for each other, and that's what's going to separate us from other teams. And there's a guy that, you know, exemplifies sacrificing for each other and sacrificing for our department and teams and this school and this university as a super fan and supporting us through good times and bad. He's always got a smile on his face, and his positive energy is always contagious to me, and I love surrounding myself with those type of people, and I love being around Pat.
Patrick loves athletics, but most importantly, he loves our student athletes. He is a student here at Green Bay, and he always talks about how he admires and is inspired by our student athletes. He always says he doesn't have an excuse if he can see our student athletes working, practicing, participating in games, and traveling. If they can do that, then there's no reason he can't also go to school.
He's going to class all day, coming to our events at night, getting home late, and doing it all over again. So, you know, as much as he wants to maybe look up to an Alec Brown, I mean, I think it might be the other way around in a lot of cases. I think Alec Brown looks up to Pat in a lot of ways.
For him, it's obviously got to be a lot more difficult, and for him to still make it to all these games and do all the support and still go to do his studies and all his classes and stuff, I mean, that's, like, we look at him like, wow, like, how is he able to do that? Like, that's pretty amazing.
An aspiring coach, Bertrand not only shows his support by attending every game, but also takes the time to study every aspect of the teams, their schedules, and their statistics.
You know, when you think of someone that supports your program and is there through good and bad, you also think about people that understand the standings, your wins and losses, your statistics, the players inside and out. And Pat has all that down to detail.
I feel like he'll know our stats more than we do sometimes, and just that he's that involved, it's pretty cool to see that.
Patrick knows everything about our teams, and he knows everything about the Horizon League as well. He knows about our schedules. It sounds really funny, but he tells me where I'm going to be in 2 weeks. If we can just go get that road game at wherever, I always laugh and say, you know better than I do. Thank you for reminding me. But he knows the entire league. This time of year, it is exciting for everyone, and you can see the excitement in Patrick as well. He's always talking about tournament scenarios, who could get this seed or that seed. If someone could win this game, that would really help us out. He's got our league covered top to bottom.
I think if I asked Pat where we stand in the conference race and what we need to happen, he'd probably have the answer before I would even know. So it's pretty special to have a fan like that. It is unique. It is not at every university that you have a guy that is there at the coaches' shows, there at all the home games, supporting all the programs. We're lucky, and we got to be grateful to have Pat around and have his support.